like, you could hear me, but it started, like, getting crackly, like, staticky.
It was so weird.
It was literally, like, 20 seconds, like you said. And I was like, and then it recovered, so
It
that was
was so
great.
random. I was like, what's happened? And then it fixed itself, so.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with it either, but
If any of
it's
you
fine
guys,
now.
if any of you guys are IT, tech, nerd, whizzes, whatever, let us know what happened.
Yeah,
I have
we're
no idea.
just thinking about the Abu Dhabi recap that is coming out, and you'll see why. But besides the point, we're here with the Champions League video for once. I know you guys have been like, I want a Champions League video. Julie, we need a Champions League video. Well, here it is. You're welcome. Finally, after it only took us 6 match days to do a Champions League video.
On some previous from our 5 rounds or highlights, if anything. We'll do that first, and then we'll go into this week's highlights and picks and all the good stuff that we used to do in Champions League videos when we did. So first things first, we have Juventus versus Dortmund, which was 4-4. They tied. Moving on. And then Tinman, Real Madrid over 2-1.
Marseille.
I'm hoping. Okay, and then we have Bayern over Chelsea, 3-1. We have Liverpool over Atleti, 3-2. We have PSG over Barca, which was 2-1. Man City tying with Monaco, 2-2. We have Arsenal over Atleti, 4-0. And then we have Real over Juventus, which was 1-0. We have Liverpool over Real, which was 1-0. And then Tinman Bayern beats PSG, 2-1. We have Man City over Dortmund, 4-1. We have Chelsea over Tinman Barca, 3-0. We have Leverkusen over Man City, 2-0. We have PSV over Liverpool, 4-1. We have Atleti over Inter, 2-1. We have Arsenal over Bayern, 3-1. And then we have Tinman PSG over Spurs, 5-3. And that is our previous highlights from the last 5 rounds.
Oh boy. A lot has happened.
But to get you updated, we will post the standings, but you can also go on Twitter, Instagram, probably whoever, and find the standings, Google. But we'll put them here. Ta-da! So you can get a quick little pause, read over if you'd like. But now to our shocking teams.
Yes. So we have good teams and we have bad teams for shocking. So one of the bad teams that I have is Eintracht Frankfurt. They are currently 7th in the Bundesliga. They just lost to Barcelona 2-1, and of course Atalanta 3-0. Right now they are currently averaging about 40% possession a game in the Champions League, which isn't great if you look at other teams. And they currently only have 1 win, they have a draw, and 4 losses in the Champions League, so it's not looking great. I thought that they were going to be a better opponent than what they are, and I'm really just surprised that they are currently sitting in 30th with a goal differential of -8. So, fun times at Frankfurt. But then a good team we have is Sporting Lisbon. Of course, they did just lose 3-1 to Bayern, but and 2-1 to Napoli, but that's besides the point. They have beaten Club Brugge, Marseille, and another club, and of course they tied with Juventus as well, so they are currently 3-1-2, and I think that they're just in a really good position, especially because they're sitting 14th with 10 points. They should make it through to the knockout phase unless they're playing 2 really hard opponents next, but I don't think they are, so. But watch me just eat my words on that. Anyways, then a bad team, Club Brugge. As we just mentioned, they lost to Sporting Lisbon. But last season, they reached the round of 16, and now the Belgian club finds themselves in 31st and on the brink of elimination. So far, they have been conceding an average of 2.67 goals a game. But that's still not great. You don't even want to average 1 or more, so yeah. And their record is 1-1-4 as well, like Frankfurt and Club Brugge's record is 1 win, 1 draw, and 4 losses as well, just like Frankfurt, and they're just not in a good spot. So, rip. And then a good team, the last shockingly good team, is Marseille. They're in a good spot to advance to the knockout stage. Their record is 3 wins and 3 losses, so pretty equal. Their next opponent is Liverpool, so they might lose this next one, but then they could win the one after that, because I'm pretty sure they have an easy opponent after that. So I don't see why they shouldn't go to the knockout rounds at least. But they do have some notable players in their squad, like Benjamin Pavard, Aubameyang, and of course USMNT's Tim Weah. So I'm rooting for them to go through. What can I say? And then we have any teams in the hunt. We went with any team that has 7 to 12 points. Essentially, if you had taken a good look at the table when we had that inserted, you would see there's a lot of teams that are within that range. So I didn't want to say 6 points because 6 is in elimination right now, and that's just not. It's a no-fly zone. But there are some teams like Juventus, Barcelona, Dortmund, and Chelsea that I just would not want to be facing here, especially because there are some teams that have already clinched their spots for the next round, and we will get to that towards the end of this video. But I wouldn't want to play those teams. I know we still have some USMNT boys in, like Ricardo Pepi and Serginho Dest at PSV. We also have Malik Tillman at Leverkusen, Florian Balogun at Monaco. They all sit 21st, 20th, and 19th. They look good. Weston McKennie at Juventus. We have a 16-year-old or 18-year-old at Dortmund right now. So we have Johnny Cardosa at Atleti. So we have a lot of guys here that are still in play. Yeah, but then teams to be scared of.
The teams to be scared of right now, we have Arsenal and Bayern. Arsenal is the top one right now. They only have sorry, my screen just froze. Okay, not this screen, the other screen. So Arsenal, no,
What happened? No. Oh no, guys, not again. Oh no. This is going to be really interesting to watch back to see what shows up. But I guess we'll find out. I'll get back.
So here are the teams to be scared of. Arsenal is the top one right now. Have only conceded 1 goal in a Champions League play. They average 2.84 goals per game. They have 54% possession, 85% passing accuracy, and have only committed 12 fouls in their own defensive third. So yeah, be scared. And then we have Bayern. It's a valid team to be scared of. Have scored 18 goals this season, average of 3 goals per game, 54% possession, 89% passing accuracy, have completed over 3,100 passes, averaging 61 kilometers covered every game, over 367 kilometers across all 6 games, and completed 82% of clearances. So, let's hope we don't freeze again. But now to our Champions League scores for Matchday 6. First things first, we have Atletico Madrid win 3-2 over PSV. We have
Olympiacos.
Okay, I know it had to be like Olympic something, but I was not going to say it correctly. Win 1-0 over Kairat. Cool. And then we have Juventus wins 2-0 over Paphos. And then why are these like Greek names? Like it's getting Greek. And then Athletic Club tie PSG 0-0. Dortmund tie Bodo 2-2.
Right, then we have Bayern winning 3-1 over Sporting Lisbon, as we kind of alluded to a little bit ago. We had 10 shots on target, 55% of possession, and 4 corners. So we actually conceded early in the game. However, we actually scored a goal that was offsides within the first 5 minutes of the game. And then VAR was like, no, you're offside. Which he was just a smidge bit off. So really, technically, we didn't concede first, but technically we did. But then our equalizer came in the 65th minute after conceding a goal, of course, from Serge Gnabry. And then 4 minutes later, Leonard Carl put Bayern ahead with a strike from outside the penalty area. Let me tell you, I saw it. Chef's kiss. He actually becomes the youngest Bayern player to score in 3 Champions League games in a row, I believe. So hats off to Leonard Carl. He's doing fantabulous. And then Jonathan Tah cemented the victory in the 77th minute. And then, of course, we got Alphonso Davies back from injury. He played around 30 minutes, but it was still so amazing to see him back on the pitch after him tearing his ACL around a year ago in the one of the international windows where Canada played him in a meaningless match. But anyways, that's beside the point. And then the man of the match for this game was none other than Leonard Carl. So, yeah, fun times.
Now to our other scores. So Atalanta wins 2-1 over Chelsea. Monaco wins 1-0 over Galatasaray.
Galatasaray.
Oh, you're right. I was
You
so
were
close.
so close.
And then Marseille wins 2 over USG. Barcelona wins 2-1 over Frankfurt. Benfica wins 2-0 over Napoli. And then we have Liverpool wins 1-0 over Inter.
Liverpool had 6 shots on target, 51% of possession, and 3 corners. Okay, so at this point, it was 0-0. It's the 86th minute, and Inter Milan give up a penalty. Honestly, it's a little bit of a wishy-washy penalty in my mind, but VAR did the check, so, whatever. Dominic Szoboszlai stepped up and took the penalty kick, and that gave them, Liverpool, the win over Inter Milan. And of course, Dominic Szoboszlai is the man of the match. Of course, why would you not give him after the game-winning penalty? So,
but then we have Tottenham. God bless. Wins 3-0 over Slavia Prague, and then Copenhagen wins 3-2 over Villarreal. And then Ajax wins 4-2 over QFK, easy. And then Leverkusen tied 2-2 to Newcastle. And Arsenal wins 3-0 over Club Brugge.
And then our final game to recap here is Man City winning 2-1 over Real Madrid. Man City had 7 shots on target, 54% of possession, and 3 corners. And then Nico O'Reilly, man of the match. Oh my goodness. He was able to level in the 36th minute after going down early in the game to Real Madrid. And then a couple minutes after that, there was a penalty awarded, and who steps up to take it? None other than the Erling Haaland. in the 43rd minute. And let me tell you, I was watching highlights of this game, and I'm honestly surprised Real Madrid wasn't able to equalize at least, because they had plenty of chances, and they just didn't do anything with it. Like, there were a couple that should have been bangers, but didn't convert, just went wide. So, love to see it, I guess. I love seeing Real Madrid lose.
That's it for our scores and our deep dives into some of the games. But we do have the teams that have clinched a spot in the round of 16 or knockout playoff place. So we have Arsenal, Bayern, PSG, Man City, and Atalanta.
Bro, how did Atalanta get into this spot? It's crazy. They only have a goal differential of 2. Like, even Inter Milan below them have a goal differential of 8.
I get the 4. I don't get Atalanta. That's like a wild card. That's like, you're like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
No hate, but like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy. How they managed that, I don't know.
Anyways, that is our Champions League video. I don't think we have anything else left to say, but I'm glad we finally made one.
Yeah.
Look, it's been an interesting couple of weeks, okay? Every time we're like, we're gonna make one, life hits us right in the back of the head. This is not our full-time job, and it shows a lot of the time. So, if you want to like make our day, please like this video, because we're doing a lot right now, because it's like December and it's like getting close to Christmas, and we're doing a lot, but we're doing it for you, and we love it. It's just, you can clearly tell by some, especially me, because I'm like all over the place. I don't know what I'm doing. But you should subscribe, turn on our post notifications. You should comment down below any of the games you saw, any of the games you're excited for, and honestly your thoughts and opinions about the top 5 we have currently. And then check our other social media pages. Our links in the description below. And this is the part of the 12 Days of Christmas. So if you've missed a couple of the ones that you haven't seen, go back and watch them. And if you would like to see the other ones, again, post notification. We're excited. There will be a video every day. There could be a live stream. There could be a Fortnite video. There could be behind the things that you've never seen. So keep a lookout for those. And I hope you like the video.